excellent. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you for that kind introduction. In addition to my pre-law experience, I started off as pre-med. So I did complete all my pre-med requirements too. And then I put my husband through medical school, but I chose the law route. So I love education and I love all aspects of education. And that's why I'm doing what I am doing, helping the students to achieve their hopes, goals, and dreams. And what we're going to talk about today is the college admissions interview. And this can be very scary for students because most of our students have not had an interview with a stranger yet. So we're going to have lots of information in this hour about what the college interview is. So in particular, these are all the things we're going to discuss in this hour. What is a college interview? Why would you schedule an interview? When are the interviews held? How do you schedule an interview? Who interviews you? Where is the interview held? What will the interview ask you? What is the interviewer looking for? How do you prepare? Can you prepare? And then how do you follow up? And then we'll talk about what impact, if any, does the interview have on your application. And then for the frosting on the cake, we will hear from two students. We'll hear from a current senior who just had her first interview with Swarthmore this week. So it's very current. And then we'll hear from a college freshman from Clara, who is at the Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania, an Ivy League school, and had numerous interviews, both for college admissions and also for competitive scholarships. So to start with, what is a college interview? As Rebecca said, this is a time to talk to someone from the school's admissions program about who you are, about your interests, the type of student you are, your accomplishments, your goals, and this is important, your interest in that school. Also important is this is a time for you to learn about the school from someone who attended there and has kept in contact and is also very passionate about that school. Because as we will see, most of our interviewers are alumni interviewers and they have a lot to share and they are volunteering their time to do this. So this is a chance that you can show them who you are as a person and more than just a 6-page paper application. Big question, who interviews you? Now, there's a big general rule in college admissions interviews, and that general rule is every college is different. So your interviewer could be a senior student, it could be an alumni, it could be a professor, or it could be an admissions counselor, such as the regional representative from that school for your area. Why would you schedule an interview? This is your chance to be heard. You get to share what interests you and what matters to you. And you can come across as a much more interesting person generally than these papers. And these papers don't tell if you're kind or happy or engaging or fun to talk to. It doesn't really tell if you're going to be a good roommate. Also, you get to share your story the way you want it to be heard. So you have control over this. And think about, what do you like to do outside of school? What is your family like? They don't know if you're an only child or if you have 10 siblings or if you have multi-generations in your home. What's your family like? What do you do? What is important to you? How do you spend your time? Often they'll ask, what do you do on the weekends? Or what do you do after school? What do you do for fun? Where have you traveled? What is your favorite book? I've had lots of students have great conversations about books that they both have read. What do you like about your school? Now remember, with this question, and it's a common question, you should say things that you do like about your school. They might ask what you don't like about your school. Don't go into a 30-minute diatribe about what you don't like about your school. It's okay to have something, but remember, they're going to want a student that's going to be positive about their college, and no college is perfect too. So look like you're enthusiastic about your school and point out what's good so that they'll think that you'll like the college that you're going to. And again, how would you describe yourself? So it is important to prepare. Have a game plan for what you want to talk about. I've got this Post-it note, little graphic up here because I think it's really great to use Post-it notes if you're doing a Zoom interview. You can put up, 5 Post-it notes about, I want to make sure that I cover these 5 topics in the interview. So when the interviewer says, hey, is there anything else you'd like to tell me that we haven't talked about already? Boom, you've got it there to go. When the interviewer asks, tell me about yourself, do you have prepared a 1-sentence summary, synopsis, or soundbite? And the reason I use these words is because when your admissions counselor, whoever is reading and evaluating your application, they read these 6, 8, 10 pieces of paper, then and the paper that's from your alumni interviewer, they're going to write a 1-sentence synopsis, summary, soundbite about who you are from this application. You have some control over that if you've thought about it and you're getting those points across through your essay, through your list of activities, through the letters of recommendation that are included on here. So think about what it is that you want to get across, what your summary would be, and will that come across in this interview too? So post that on your wall to get that across. Again, to prepare, I can't stress this enough. Why are you interested in this college?